me this before we go live. You're already telling me that we're live now. So it's broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning. I want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. It's hard to convey the sheer force of Pee-wee's hysteria in the 1980s. The character of Pee-wee Herman, played by Paul Rubens, kept catapulted into national consciousness as a wholly original personality in the movie Pee-wee's Big Adventure in 1985, directed by Tim Burton. Defying expectations and earning cult classic status, the bow-tied wearing, slim-suited Pee-wee hovered somewhere between man and child, normal and off-the-wall crazy, in a move that only perpetuated hysteria. Rubens furthered the notion of his alter ego's existence by listing Pee-wee Herman as playing himself in the show credits. If Pee-wee is difficult to pin down, his inventive show was equally hard to fit into a box or a recognizable universe. In the Playhouse, the anamorphic food his refrigerator, the armchair gave out hugs, and even the windows and the floors were puppets with plenty to say. Listen, nothing makes more sense than a puppet floor or a puppet chair. Along the same lines, in a 1987 Rolling Stones article, the author wrote, his Playhouse, which might be a collision of the cabinet of Dr. Caligari with a raspberry and lime jello mold constructed by Disney technicians recovering from Taiwan flu, is crammed wall to wall with toys and everything that you can think of from a flea market, a swap meet, garage sale, and new wave gallery between Soho and eBay. Perhaps the best way to break down the series is to call it a kind of vaudeville variety show that incorporated elements of storytelling, music, puppetry. That's that puppetry. Do you see that? Puppetry! And animation. The show's quirky nature, surreal characters, champion individuality. I'm just trying to illustrate that it's okay to be different and that it's good. Not that it's bad, but that it's all right, said Paul Rubens. I'm trying to tell kids to have a good time and to encourage them to be creative and to question things. I think to be an individual is a difficult thing. Rubens began crafting the highly individualistic character in 1977. As part of the Groundlings improv group, the name came from a kid I knew who was a kind of off the wall, explained Rubens. The name Pee-wee came from a little harmonica that I had that said Pee-wee on it. Pee-wee became Pee-wee. The name Pee-wee came from a harmonica. Did you know that? Well, hell, you know what? You know now because you're listening to my show. Pee-wee Herman sounds like a name that is so odd. How would you make it up? After honing his alter ego with the Groundlings, Rubens achieved some success in Hollywood with the Pee-wee Herman Show, an LA theater piece that went on to become an HBO special. This led to a series of live performances on the college club circuit and late night with David Letterman. But Rubens got his biggest break of all with his movie, directed by Tim Burton, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Though it cost only around 6 million, give me a break. Only around 6 million to produce, it earned approximately 45 million domestically, opening the door for him to launch his Howdy Doody type variety show on CBS every Saturday morning. According to Getler on CBS was willing to grant Rubens everything he wanted, so long as he agreed to three things. Pee-wee would not stick pencils in potatoes. Pee-wee should not emerge from the bathroom with a trail of toilet paper sticking from his shoe. Pee-wee should not say, in the context of certain scenes, "I'll show you mine if you show me yours." Rubens did all three things over the course of the series. I know you are, but what am I? And every time I say the word Pee-wee, listen, I've been doing this show since 9 o'clock this morning. It is now 11:21. Every time I say the word Pee-wee, and if you're not screaming, then damn it, what the hell are you doing? Because when I say the word Pee-wee here on this Saturday, that should be the word of the day. Though both kids and adults could appreciate different aspects of the series, it didn't take off right away. But Pee-wee's Playhouse established itself among the top Saturday morning shows in households with children ages 2 to 11. The target group were kid-vid advertisers pushing toys and glucose. I guess that's from the cereal, right? Perhaps audiences of all ages gravitated to the show because Pee-wee's mannerisms seemed downright cartoonish. If it love you so much, why don't you marry it? It's something that Pee-wee would often say. Receiving such acclaim, it is no wonder that the series made a significant impact on the cultural zeitgeist. Credited with helping to launch the careers of Phil Hartman, Lawrence Fishburne, Pee-wee's Playhouse also offered a training ground for production assistants. For a while, Pee-wee Mania was unstoppable. People everywhere were intimidating and quoting Pee-wee. I know you are, but what am I? The season 3 All-Star Christmas special drew celebrity appearances from multiple people such as Oprah, Whoopi Goldberg, Little Richards, Grace Jones, and Cher. Meanwhile, Pee-wee related merchandise flourished with offerings from bed sheets to lunch boxes to Topps trading cards and the coveted Pee-wee doll, which sold more than 1 million units. No doubt, Pee-wee Herman had a plethora of famous lines. I know you are, but what am I? That's my name. Don't wear it out. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. Connect the dots, la 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 la. Connect the dots, la 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 la. Years after the series ended, Pee-wee influences is still alive. Director Judd Apatow was greatly impacted by Pee-wee as a young man, so much so that in 2016, Apatow produced Pee-wee's Big Holiday, featuring an older Rubens reprising his role in a film about taking a journey through the eyes of a grown-up kid. When I was younger, I didn't put my finger on it why I liked Pee-wee so much. but it just made me laugh, said Apatow. But looking back, it's a group of strange people who are having a great time and being really nice to each other. And as a slightly weird kid, I must have understood that. I liked watching someone so different whom the audience loved. The idea that unique people were getting applause, the crowd was going crazy for Pee-wee, made me feel he didn't have to be on the football team and be the quarterback to be liked and appreciated. Rubens achieved this goal by making kids' wishes come true with the weirdest show possible. And if you think it's nothing more than a dream, then I just have one thing to say to you out there on Instagram and on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Mecca like a high, Mecca hiney ho. I'm going to say it again, Mecca like a high, Mecca hiney ho. The wish is if you would continue to foster the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning. Because not only is that what John B would want, or even Cowboy Curtis, it's what your soul wants, and that is to continue to foster that imagination and keep the heart and mind of a child. Paul Rubens dies at 70, and the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning long lives with Pee Wee Herman, so long as I am here on Saturday morning. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. At Sam Newsman on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, all over the place. X, not Twitter, whatever the hell it's called now. But we're here, setting the standard, raising the bar every Saturday morning. The only way that Paul Rubens, also as Pee Wee, would want us to do. Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond, you're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman. And this is Saturday morning.
Sparkly, Pee-wee.
Thank you, Jerry.
So do you.
You always do.
I might say the same of you.
Jerry, I've been teasing you a lot lately, and I want